News.
For more on this now, I'm joined by Jalal Abu Hakhtar, a Palestinian writer based in Jerusalem. Jalal, we've seen countries around the world appealing for calm now after an awful day and night. What could happen now that would actually calm things down?
Good morning. I believe that there is an intent to de-escalate from the Palestinian side, especially in Gaza. Hamas and the resistance factions like the Palestinian Islamic Jihad, they do not wish to drag Gaza further into a bloody conflict like what happened in 2014 when there was troubles in Jerusalem, and then suddenly the world's attention shifted to Gaza, and there was a 2,000 plus civilians and people killed in Gaza, and the bombing campaign lasted for 40 days then. I don't think they want a repeat of that series of events. In Gaza, there is an intent to de-escalate. Statements by the resistance brigades have been we've delivered our message to Jerusalem. We are with Jerusalem. We needed to do that. But so far, the exchange of fire has been limited, and the casualties on Gaza's side, in Palestinian side in Gaza, have been extremely atrocious and very sad to see children and civilians just dying in vain during the bombing overnight yesterday. I do not believe Palestinian factions want to escalate further. There are flashpoints erupting all over Palestine, West Bank, Gaza, and Israel 48. Towns like Haifa and Nazareth and Kufr Manda, and the whole region, the whole area is erupting in protest for what's happening in Jerusalem. I do not think Gaza would want to be at the very top of the flashpoint list. Perhaps they want to be equally taking part as the West Bank does, as towns and cities in Israel as well do, to support Jerusalem at the moment.
What about the Attorney General in Israel putting a 30-day sort of hold on this decision on what will happen in Sheikh Jarrah? What difference could that decision also make? Over the past,
I would say, since Ramadan began, there have been a series of events which Palestinians saw as succeeding, their protest movement succeeding in halting or not stopping, of course, but just delaying and bringing attention to what's happening in Jerusalem, especially in Sheikh Jarrah, in regards to the evictions. The 30 days are supposed to be, according to families in Sheikh Jarrah, they're supposed to be in favor of the families, where they would want to explore their options further with the Israeli state, perhaps to accept the appeal to the Supreme Court and grant the Palestinians the right to live in their homes in Sheikh Jarrah and not be expelled and to replace them with settlers who are just coming into Israel and funded mainly by foreign donors. If the state intervenes and there is an appeal that is upheld and the Palestinian families are allowed to stay, that would be a major victory, of course. But the 30-day period is to explore that option, perhaps families and the state. And everything we hope for right now is for those eviction orders to be repealed and for the families to be allowed to stay, because ethnic cleansing could not be tolerated anymore in Jerusalem.
Jalal, thanks so much for your thoughts and for joining us from Jerusalem.
Thank you very much.